So friends, we have learned about AWS dashboard and its interface, various services, and now we are going to learn about AWS command line interface. The command line interface for Amazon Web Services is very useful when you would like to run remote commands for your scaling of projects. When you have less number of projects, less files with you, you can directly configure or upload or perform various operations rightly from the dashboard. When number of resources and files increase drastically to hundreds or thousands, you may need to manage simply using CLI, command line interface, that works remotely from your pure personal computer PC. You can automate various processes using various commands. So here we are going to learn how we can install AWS CLI and work remotely. The steps involved for this process is we need to first install AWS CLI. Then we need to create user in Amazon Identity and Access Management. Then we need to configure AWS CLI using credentials for IAM. So let's go to first step, download and install AWS CLI. Move to your search engine, just type download AWS CLI. The first or second link, move to first or second link. Here we can download AWS CLI for Windows 64-bit or 32-bit, or for Mac and Linux. But for Mac and Linux we need Python and pip to be pre-installed. They installed these two tools, and then you can install AWS CLI. So I'm a Windows user and my computer is 64-bit, so I would like to click here. As I have already downloaded and installed this, uh, yeah, I would not go with it. You could download it, and it is a simple process, not very difficult. When it is installed, just hit the next button and agree. It will be installed very simply. Just move to command prompt or terminal in Linux and just simply type AWS. When it is installed, things may look like this: AWS help and other commands that can be run here. So this was simple. There is no separate command line interface for AWS. It gets embedded on your operating system's command line utility or Linux shell. It is simple. Next, we will learn to create IAM users and configure the credentials. Let's log into your AWS account and move to the dashboard. We have logged in. Move to the service panel, and from service, move to security, identity and compliance category and hit the IAM button. Here we can create, this is a dashboard for identity and access management. Here we can manage everything. Just move to users on the left hand side of your dashboard. We need to hit the add user button and create a new user. Just provide a name for the user, for example HS-AWS would be better for me. Provide access type programmatic access, as we need to work on various APIs, CLI and SDK. Let's create a group. We need to create a group and provide the permission for your resource. For example, if you are creating this account for Lambda, you could provide the permission for Lambda. Just write Lambda and select the particular role that you would need for this thing. You can also select multiple options. I would select AWS Lambda full access for right now and provide a group name. If you don't provide, it will show error. Just provide a name. I would provide a similar name as the user. You won't provide anything. Create the group. The group is being created. It is here. You can see attached policy and full details by moving to this link. So this is the permissions, the Amazon resource name, ARN, and other services for various AWS services like CloudFormation and other thing. You can see here attached entities, policy versions, access advisors, and other things. Next we need to, you can copy permissions from here and change, but I don't need to do this right here. Move towards downwards of the page and hit the next button, review. Hit the create user button. The user will be created. So this is the user, this is the access key ID and secret access key. We would need these things. You need to keep this secret. For configuration it is important. I will later delete this thing so you could not use it. Just move to your command line interface and write the AWS command to check whether it is working or not. It is working. Let me do some adjustment. Just type AWS config for configuration. So this may show various options for which you can use for config. But for configuration we need to type configuration, not config. So I did a mistake. You can move above and read various statements that are printed. Now we need to type AWS space configuration, AWS configure. It would ask you access key ID. This is the access key ID. Copy it from here. Enter. Provide the secret access key. It is unique per IAM user. Choose the default region. As I have no region selected, you can check it from your dashboard right here. Just move to above on the taskbar, and here you can see global. IAM does not require any region to be selected. So just type none, NONE, then it is okay. Your AWS command line is configured. If you want to reconfigure it, you can configure it later.